Hi, it's Jessica here again from the Quotation Bank, and welcome to this edition of the Quotation Bank Revision Tutorials, designed to help you in preparation for your GCSE English Literature exams. In these videos, we take a key quotation from the text and provide a great model for how to go about analysing it and getting the most out of it in an exam, as well as providing you with the framework for an excellent revision activity you can then do on your own. In this episode, we will be looking at Shakespeare's Macbeth, following the format of our Quotation Bank study guides, where we take 25 key quotations and explore interpretations, literary techniques, analysis, and suggestions on which essays the quotations could be used in. The Quotation Bank has guides for a variety of GCSE texts available on our website, Amazon, or online, so go and have a look, as well as follow us on social media. And if you find this video useful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe here on YouTube. Today we are going to be exploring a quotation from Act 3, Scene 2, and Lady Macbeth's attempts to calm and prepare Macbeth for the upcoming banquet. Macbeth is struggling internally with the consequences of his actions, and his inward fears are beginning to show externally in his appearance and demeanour. Lady Macbeth fails to convince Macbeth to move on from his past actions. Her claim that things without all remedy should be without regard, what's done, is unsuccessful in changing Macbeth's demeanour, and so, if she can't convince him to brighten up, she explores him to at least look cheerful, with the line, "Sleek over your rugged looks, be bright and jovial among your guests tonight." So what are we going to do with this quotation in our answer? And how can the Quotation Bank help you in your exams? The Quotation Bank is designed to make sure every point you make in an essay clearly fulfills the assessment objectives an examiner will be using when marking your work. So let's begin exploring this quotation by looking at interpretation. As you can see here, the interpretation of each quotation allows you to fulfill assessment objective 1, responding to the text and giving an informed, personal response. It's important you don't simply explain what the quotation means, but that you give your personal response to its effect on the audience. In our interpretation, we have highlighted the fact that Macbeth is beginning to lose his mind. However, Lady Macbeth understands that as long as he looks in control, power will remain in their hands due to the hierarchical system in which they live. In context, it was vital for a king to look and sound the part. A country's stability depended on the monarch outwardly conveying the country's strength and might, with any sign of weakness quickly exploited by political enemies. Unlike modern mental health awareness, Lady Macbeth has very little interest here in Macbeth's personal well-being. She doesn't intend to heal Macbeth's mind, so much as simply cover up his struggles from those around them, stressing the conflict between appearance and reality in the play, and enhancing the theme of deception that frequently arises. But now we want to delve into some detailed analysis of how Shakespeare conveys this idea to the audience. We're going to start by identifying some literary techniques. As you can see here, using subject-specific terminology correctly, in this case the literary devices used by Shakespeare, is a key part of assessment objective 2, and in this quotation there are some very specific language choices, as well as use of juxtaposition. It is really important at this stage to remember, never simply technique spot. That is, don't just identify literary devices, for example, simply stating Shakespeare has used juxtaposition, or suggest Shakespeare uses imagery to help us picture something clearly. When we identify a literary device, it is vital to analyse the effect of that specific example. And if you don't know what the technique is, it really doesn't matter. It's the analysis that counts. So let's get to that analysis. We have provided as much analysis as possible. It is a great idea to analyse the quotation in detail. You need to do more than just say what it means, but also what effect the language, form and structure has on the audience. For instance, in this quotation, try to bring out analysis of 5 or 6 different elements of it to really give depth to your response. As you can see, in our analysis we have precisely focused on just 1 or 2 words at a time, rather than the whole quotation in one go. So let's analyse some specific details. Firstly, the juxtaposition of rugged and jovial links to hypocrisy and the two-faced nature of Macbeth's behaviour, something that occurs frequently throughout the play. Consider, for instance, the welcome Duncan receives from the Macbeths and his subsequent brutal murder, or Macbeth's conversation with Banquo before Banquo goes into the forest to his death. Sleek over creates an image of taking something ugly and unpleasant and giving it an appearance of positivity. To be king, Macbeth must look the part. Sleek implies a sort of lustrous glow designed to distract the guests from the reality of the situation. And over very much has associations of a cover-up or deceit. Yet in context, the appearance of the monarch was very much a national concern. A country needed a strong, stable ruler to keep it safe, and in many ways looking sleek was as important as being it. If we take Queen Elizabeth as an example, as she aged she used wigs, clothes and cosmetics to very much maintain an appearance of power, even if it wasn't necessarily always so. Macbeth has troubles from England heading his way, and a strong appearance in front of the lords was vital. The fact that his actions are rugged, suggesting violence, but his current behaviour is jovial, with associations of friendship and togetherness, reminds the audience of his deceitful nature. It reminds the audience once more of exactly that deceit towards Duncan and the horrors of regicide committed earlier. It is also important to note that it is Lady Macbeth that is driving the action. The imperative, be bright, alongside the plosive alliteration of the B sound, is threatening, demanding, and makes clear she is the dominant force in the relationship. This quotation is in no way a suggestion from Lady Macbeth to her husband. It is an order. This is a fantastic line from Lady Macbeth that numerous actresses have delivered in a huge variety of ways, but it is important that you only use it if it is relevant to the question you have been set. And so we're going to look at which essays this quotation might prove useful in. Your answer needs to be focused to fulfill Assessment Objective 1. This section helps you choose relevant quotations and link them together for stronger essays. First and foremost, this quotation is perfect for a question on the development of Macbeth as a character throughout the play. Coming almost exactly halfway through the play, the strong, decisive warrior Macbeth of the earlier acts has almost disappeared. However, the audience are not yet presented with the deep despair and madness that is to come. The concept of good and evil is also evident. That juxtaposition between rugged and bright and jovial explicitly references positive and negative behaviours, but perhaps also alludes to the differences between Macbeth's approach to being king in contrast to the virtues of Duncan that Macbeth highlighted earlier in the play. We've discussed the concept of appearance versus reality, a common theme throughout literature. Does it matter if the reality is that Macbeth is internally unstable, if it appears to everyone else that he is in complete control? And finally, this is a useful quotation in an essay on kingship. What constitutes a king within Macbeth? The quotation focuses on the outward appearance of a king, performing the role of a monarch. But in context, the king was God's representative on earth. Although his lords may be deceived, is his ability to sleek over your rugged looks and be bright and jovial enough to deceive God? That brings us to the end of our analysis of this quotation for today. I hope that you found it useful, and if you have, do give a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos from the Quotation Bank. Don't forget to check out our study guides, where we follow the revision structure you've seen today on 25 key quotations, as well as being full of essay plans, revision activities and more. They're available from our website and other online stores. And follow us on social media, send us a quotation and we'll try to help you out with your analysis. Thanks for listening and good luck with the exams.